Hey, happy Monday. I'm just gonna wait a few seconds here for some more of you to join in, and in the meantime I'm gonna see if I can get my internet to connect with my iPad and such. Hi Shelly, hi Tabitha. Let's see, here we go. Maybe not. It's really windy out there today, so sometimes even just little things like that will make my internet not work the best. Hi Tori. Yes, but I kind of want to, after I'm done with this, go out and garden a little bit, so that wind's going to be helpful because it's a really hot day. Hi Lois, hi Julie. Okay, let's see, we got that. Now I think I have internet. We'll see here if I'm showing up, and maybe there I am. Okay, all right, so today is Monday and I haven't seen you guys here for a while, and I took a little bit of a break. It was good, and then when I looked at my calendar during the break, I went, you know, I was supposed to be in Hawaii celebrating with Stampin' Up! Anyway last week, so so maybe it just made sense that I was supposed to just take that week off and enjoy anyway too, but I'm really not too bummed about it. I kind of, you know, had that feeling like we all do, knowing that everything that we've planned doesn't quite always pan out during this time right now, but I hope you guys are finding lots of things to do instead, and that you can enjoy your summer, because we have had some beautiful days and that, so I hope that you guys are making the most of it. Hi Shelly. So today I'm bringing you the start of Nancy Weplow's virtual stamp party, and because it's Monday, and I love Mondays and I get a lot of stuff done on Mondays, that doesn't always mean that you guys are fans of Mondays. So I thought I'm gonna make a quicker, easier card for you guys, kind of a simple technique. Sometimes people will ask me like, okay, when I have cards and they seem kind of blah or kind of dull, what can I do to make them not really pop so much as just add more without adding too much? So I'm going to show you what I'm doing for today's card number 1 for Nancy's virtual stamp party. So Nancy loves cats. Nancy has several cats, and I love Nancy's cats. I love cats. So so I just thought this cat was so fun because it kind of reminds me of Grumpy Cat, and Nancy and I have the same sense of humor, so I love putting the enjoy with the cat, and I'll get it switched upside down. I hope that didn't just blop. Somebody tried to call me, so I hope my screen didn't do anything, and I hope you're all still there. Okay, so Nancy and I have the same sense of humor, so I think like the Grumpy Cat with the enjoy is kind of a fun little touch too. And so yeah, so today is card number 1, and if you wish to place any order this month and want to use her host code, I will post her host code with this card when I'm done with this video. But yeah, so what I want to showcase today is building on little backgrounds and things to make your cards maybe look a little bit more special, a little less blah and such like that. So I want to show you how I put that together. So I think I am ready. Yep, my internet is still working. Like I said, sometimes I get a little distracted when I get phone calls or a little interruption for the fact that I don't know if it stops everything, and if it does, then I just need to start over. But I think everything looks like it's working. So hi Joyce. Okay, so let me get my camera angle the right way here. Okay, and get it a little bit closer besides. So if you like to follow along, Pampered Pets, the stamp set is found, well, like the whole suite, I should say, starts on page 40 through 42. And if somebody wants to comment, I feel like I'm frozen, so if it doesn't seem like I am still going, let me know, or something. Or if I am going, maybe say, hey, I can still see you, because I like my screen froze up on my iPad. So yeah, I would appreciate that, because I would want to start over. Okay, I did get a thumbs up, so okay, that's good. Like I said, I would start over. Okay, so Playful Pets, that is where it's found in the catalog if you like to follow along. And it gives equal time to both the cats and the dogs. And I know last month I did the cats, so I had fun with die cutting this one out, coloring it in with the blends and such. And so I love to give equal time too with the cats and dogs, but because Nancy is such a cat lover, I thought, okay, we're gonna do double time with cats, and then down the road I'll do more with the dogs. Okay, hi Sharon, thanks so much for your comment letting me know that you can see me. I appreciate that. So this is the card, so you can see it the right way too, not backwards or inverted. So yeah, isn't that grumpy cat just cute? Okay, so very simple. So Stampin' Up! Has this great designer series paper, and it is called Playful Pets designer series paper. So of course I go to the back and go, okay, what would look good with this? And lots of brown tones and such with the cats and dogs, because that's kind of the natural tones that animals are. So I chose some crumb cake, some soft suede, and some flirty flamingo to do my card to kind of coordinate with that. And so I thought the soft suede and crumb cake probably worked best with just the little bit of coloring on there. And then she has a cute little bow already on her that is flirty flamingo. And flirty flamingo I haven't used for a while, but it's kind of a nice, not a hot pink, but just like a popping pink is what I would like to call it. So yeah, that works kind of nice. And so with that, I didn't do any of the stamped images that are within the stamp set of the cat, but I am using the other images just to kind of pull in. So I just thought all these cats are kind of cute, and so I could have chosen to cut out any of these cats, and you can do that. So if you want to just copy the layout of the card today, but just choose a different cat, you can do that too. And what's kind of fun is I have several different choices of cats, so that if you go, you know what, I'm sending this to my best friend, and her cat actually kind of maybe looks like this versus the one I'm doing today, or curls up and looks like that. Nancy has a couple that kind of look like that. And then there's little tiny accessories too, like the little treat toy, I should say, there, and then the little ball of yarn too. You could actually, there we go. You could actually cut that out to add to as part of your card. So that's what I'm doing, is doing cutout for the central part of the card. And I'm just going to get this down a little bit lower there for my workspace so you can kind of see. There we go. Okay. So I do feel like a little rusty because I was going so hotcakes for so long with Facebook Lives and such, and then all of a sudden like nothing. And so then it kind of went to, okay, now I'm doing this again. And I did have an in-home party Saturday, and I was telling them I hadn't done a live party in someone's house since the middle of March. So there I felt like, okay, it wasn't so much nerves because there are people that have been friend stampers for a long time, and so that wasn't so nerve-wracking, but just making sure I remembered to bring everything I needed, because I have been doing so much stamping at home that sometimes I'm so used to seeing it, I just had to make sure I grabbed it to bring it along. So hi Julie, thanks for joining. Okay, so to start with my card, what I'm going to do, first of all, I will tell you to save time. I already cut out the cat and the little toy too, because cutting all around that, your guys' time is more precious than that, I think. So I didn't think I had to do that. But what I do want to show you for my first pop of texture is the Stampin' Cut Emboss folders. And they're a little bit smaller than what we're used to seeing, kind of long and narrow. And so actually, this will just show up even better. So there's two that come in this pack. So it's a 2-pack of kind of some nice leaves, and it's called Meadow Moments. So Meadow Moments there. And then the one I'm using has butterflies and flowers. And so what I was also trying to do to play around with the cat, because she looks so grumpy, is what would make the cat just look like, what would be the total opposite of grumpy? And so I thought the butterflies to make the card look really cheerful. And also I wanted to tie it in with the stamp set, because the stamp set has these butterfly images too. So I thought that would be kind of a nice way to pull in a couple layers of texture. So for my butterflies, I am choosing to use that piece of soft suede cardstock. So my soft suede cardstock measures about 3 1/4 by 4 1/2 inches. And then I'm just going to fold that in there, and bring over my Big Shot, and I'm just going to use the regular platform for that. And this is a regular embossing folder, so I'll just use both of my cutting pads, and that'll work out fine for that. Oops. Like so. And so then we have these fun little floral pieces, and there's actually in the Lovely You stamp set, there's a flower that looks very similar to that too. So I love embossing folders like this, where you can see images and go, you know what, I know of a half a dozen stamp sets that will coordinate with that too. So I love things, that's what Stampin' Up! Does. I love things that coordinate. And then I think the next thing I will do, is to take just a scrap piece of the Flirty Flamingo and my magnetic platform. And I'm going to need those 2 cutting plates. Okay, and I'm going to lay this down. Oh, and I should show you where that's coming from. Yep, okay. Getting ahead of myself. See, I am rusty, and it's not because it's Monday, it's because I haven't done this for a while. Okay, so Stitch So Sweetly dies. I've been using them a ton, as you guys know if you've watched any of my videos. So this nice collection, and so the frame that I'm using comes about from the center there for the size. I love that it stitches, plus gives that cute scalloped edge. And so there again, trying to make the cat look as ungrumpy as possible. And I think we kind of all, if you're a cat lover, it's like they can treat you like ignore you, not treat you the best, and you still like do everything to pamper them and love them. And so it's kind of what I'm doing with the card. Okay, so we have this fun little stitched frame with a scallop there, rectangular. So I can set that aside, and then I think what I'm going to do next is just take and start doing some assembly here. So I'm going to take my my adhesive, that new adhesive, and just glide that on the back of my soft suede, and then I'm going to tape that onto a frame of the Flirty Flamingo. So my Flirty Flamingo then is going to be a 1/4 inch larger all the way around. So that's going to be 3 1/2 by 4.75 of that. So, okay. And then before I assemble the cat onto there, I thought, okay, a cat needs string. And so I thought the braided linen trim would be a really nice added feature for the card. So I'm going to try and get that close to the camera without it being blurry. I'm hoping I can get it. There we go. So the braided linen trim lies kind of nice and flat. So that's so true, Julie. Isn't that funny how cats will ignore some people? And even though if you're like the majority of the caretaking responsibilities, Sven will, ignore you and then love your hubby for whatever reason. You just don't know. I love it. Okay, so I'm just going to take that braided linen trim and just tie that, just wrap it around once, and then tie it in a knot and just snip off that little bit of extra. And I think I want to scoot it a little bit closer in. And so if you ever struggle with that and go, oh, how can I move that without like tearing that? Sometimes this is my tip of the day. What I'll do is just kind of fold it towards me, this whole thing, and then this kind of can move a little bit better. And then when it lays back down, now it's been scooted. So I do that often. So that's my tip of the day. Not a big deal, but sometimes it's just those little things that you go, okay, if I just try and tug it back or something, it's going to tear here, and we don't like that. Hi, Kelly. Thanks for joining in. Okay, so then I know that this is going to wiggle a little bit like a teeter-totter if I try and just put this mat over that. Actually, I feel like it's a little too much. I'm going to scoot it back. There. Okay, much better. So knowing that, I'm going to just take, oh, actually I need to stamp. Okay, let me get out my soft suede ink pad. Okay, so, oh, Sharon, that's cute that you had a grumpy looking cat too, even though they are sweet. Okay, so the Enjoy, I'm going to ink up and stamp out in the soft suede. So we have the Enjoy like so, and then I'm going to put some dimensionals on the very bottom and then close to the top too. And so I want to make sure that there's a flat alleyway there for that ribbon to sit nicely on there, and the dimensionals are going to allow this extra layer just to perch on top of that like so. And this is the other fun fact about the hostess, Nancy. She loves dimensionals. So if Nancy had her way and if Nancy was making this card, she would put probably 6 to 8 dimensionals on the back side of this cat. I'm putting 3. She'll get a kick out of that too. So I think 3 is plenty, but you know, sometimes it just takes a little bit more for some projects. Okay. Whoops. So we have this part of the card done so far. So just that fun little shadow stripe there matches with the color of the soft suede, and the pink in her ribbon, it ties in with all that. So this would make a fun little miniature card, but kind of might look a little empty in the full-size envelope. So I'm going to pull in another color, which I chose based on the rest of her coloring, and that's the crumb cake. So this is where sometimes I hear from you guys like, okay, so I want to put it on there, and that would look fine because we've got some of this embossed texture look for a background, but I wanted to go one step further. So in the stamp set, they had a couple cute little butterflies, which I have chopped tremendously. Everybody always goes, Belle, why do you put your stamp together and cut it so close? It's because if other people are using my ink pads at events and such and press down too hard, they're going to get all that extra gunk around there. And I want everybody's card to look really cute. So I cut that down so that everybody ends up with a very nice stamped image. So I'm just inking up on my ink pad every time. Sometimes I do like a darker or a lighter effect, but I'm inking up every single time just so that my butterflies are the same color, tone, darkness across the whole border of this. And so I just kind of rotate my stamp a little bit on the edges so that the butterflies look like there's a little bit more flight pattern to them versus being all the same. So I have that just around the edges because it's going to be covered up when I put that on. So I'm just going to take my adhesive and put that on around the edges. And so I was saying Saturday to a group that I was stamping with, I said it's kind of this new tape is tapey, but it's kind of got a goo that reminds me. I finally like clicked, like what does this new seal, stamp and seal remind me of? And it's like the sticky fly trap, those little strips. Because it's got a little goo. So when I put it down, I feel like I can kind of maneuver it a little bit as I'm putting it down to make sure that everything is straight before I flatten it and such. Kelly, it's okay that you're late to the party because you know what? As much as I'm struggling, I feel like I'm kind of being slow even though this was supposed to be kind of a quick card. Okay, so now I'm still like I feel like it's crooked, and I don't know if it's my butterflies or if it's my card. Okay, so this is going to be how it's going to look though, because I don't want to wreck the card in case it is just my butterflies. All right, so that is the front of the card. And then to finish the inside, I'm going to pull out the stamp set that says, I hope your day is a real treat. And actually, I've seen several different cards with this paired on the front of a card with the cat, which kind of those two together are another funny little statement that way, because the cat just does not look happy, and the cat does not look like it wants to wish your day was a real treat. Okay, so I'm going to put that in the inside with that soft suede ink there. And then, like I said, this paper has all these cute cats on here, and that's how I cut it out. And then it also has the cute little toy. So I'm just going to take one of the toys that was cut with a glue dot, and I push it right onto my glue dot. And then when I peel it off, then it's going to be super sticky right there, and then I can press that on so that it lays nice and flat for the inside of the card, but gives it a little pop of color, a little bit more of a carry through from the front to the inside of the card too. So yeah, so that is today's Monday card, card number 1 for Nancy's virtual party that I'm excited to do. So let me just get things flipped around here. I'm also watching my camera angle. I had middle college child number 2, yes, child number 2, move his things back from his college home just for like a month, and so it's like, oh, it's kind of right there, and so I'm trying not to get that in the camera, but I think we've all been there if you have college kids and they move home and you go, now what are we going to do with it? And it's just for a short time until he moves back to Mankato, and yet we're all hoping that that's the plan, because hoping that college will start up for him again soon, so it'll be his last year. So boy, all of us, I've been so used to calling him 5th year, it'll be his 6th year. He's working on his master's, but anyway, so yeah, I have to watch my camera angle back there. So that's card number 1. Like I said, if you have a wish list and feel like you want to order and help out Nancy, I'll post her code with her host code with this card that I'm going to post, and then I'll also post the whole list of all the accessories that I've used to make today's card. And some of you are like, I'm not ready to order yet, but I'm gonna keep on with my wish list, and that's just fine, because if you get to $150 and want to use the host rewards to your own benefit, that's totally fine to do. A lot of you do that too, where it's like if you get to $150, then you get $15 in free, and it goes on up as your order increases too. And then just a reminder, since it's July, there are bonus days going on right now. So every time you spend $50, then you are going to get a $5 coupon code emailed from Stampin' Up. Some of you have received those and forwarded them to me, just forwarded the whole email, which is just fine. I keep them here for safe keeping, so that way if you order through me, I have the code to use towards your party, or if you go, that's just one thing I don't want to worry about losing, then I have it here too, and I can always send it right back when you're ready to order in August. So the whole month of July, actually till August 3rd, anytime you order 50, you get a coupon code, and also if you order 100, then you get 2 coupon codes and $10 off to use in August. So the bonus days run now through August 3rd, and then starting August 4th through the end of August, those are the days that you can redeem your host codes. So just kind of to let you know how that works. And so with that, if you guys know me at all, I'm not a pushy, hey, let's have a party, but I love doing this, I love doing that. So it's not that's hard, but with that, if any of you are interested in hosting in August, then some of you might go, okay, perfect, I can redeem my host codes. I can let you know that that Nancy is planning on keeping her party open till August 7th. So you could actually order and redeem all within her party if you wanted to. It would be 2 separate orders, but I kind of wanted to talk through that too, because I always have really good questions this time of year, like how can we how do we order, how do we redeem, when do we have to do all of that. So if you have any more questions on that, please let me know. You can email, text, call me. I'm pretty easy to get a hold of these days too. So yes, Tori, that's so true. So I think that's what's been fun about the Pampered Pets, the whole suite in general, is that a lot of people are like, I'm not a cat fan, I'm not a dog fan, but I know exactly who I could send this card to. And some people have gotten the bundle because they know so many people that they could send the cards to. They go, I don't even own a pet, but this is going to make like 100 cards for different people and such too. So that's kind of fun. Hi Barb, hi Lisa, thanks for joining in and catching the end here. So I don't want to ramble too much, but I kind of think that that's it so far. So hope you guys are having a great summer. And so tomorrow I will do card number 2 for Nancy's virtual party. And I don't know what I'm doing yet tomorrow, but I do know what I'm going to do on day number 3. It's going to be a sneak peek because I have over in my other room over there, I unboxed supplies that just came in an order from the new holiday catalog, and so I'm not going to say what the theme is going to be for that card, but I know what it is, and so that's going to be your surprise. And then later I'll do kind of that unboxing as a whole separate Facebook Live, so you can see what I've ordered so far from the holiday catalog, and that starts August 4th and goes till the beginning of January too. So I'm so excited that Stampin' Up! Is giving us a whole month earlier than they normally do to order from that catalog, just to give us a jump start on the holidays and everything too. So that's all for now, but if you have any questions, please let me know. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks.